So I'm reading this book, the last lecture, and I am at chapter 3. Don't worry, the first few chapters are not about anything. He's just saying that he has a cancer, like tumor in his liver, and he has only a few months to live, and he's about to like give lectures in the universities about like I guess he said that it's because he wants to talk to his children, so that would be a great opportunity because at the same time that he's talking to the students, it would be recorded, and later on when he's gone and he's not in their lives, he would be able to like show them the way in a way, right? That would be the plan. The Elephant in the Room, chapter 3. Jay was already in the hall, an unexpected full house of 400, and then as I hopped on the as I as I hopped on stage to check out the podium and get organized, she could see how nervous I was. While I bruised myself, I busied myself. I am dizzy. Like, what's happening? While I busied myself arranging my props, Jade noticed that I was making eye contact with almost no one. She thought that I couldn't bring myself to look into the crowd, knowing I might see a friend or a former student, and I'd be too overwhelmed by the emotion of that eye contact. There was a rustling in the audience as I got myself ready. For those who came to see just what a man dying of pancreatic cancer looked like, surely there were questions. Was that my real hair? Yes, I kept all my hair through chemotherapy. Would they be able to sense how close to death I was as I spoke? My answer, just watch. Even with the talk only minutes away, I continued puttering at the podium, deleting some slides, rearranging others. I was still working at it when I was given the signal, we're ready to go. Someone told me. I wasn't in a suit. I wore no tie. I wasn't going to get up there in some professional tweed jacket with leather elbow patches. Instead, I had chosen to give my lecture wearing the most appropriate childhood dream garb I could find in my closet. Granted, at first glance, I looked like the guy who'd take your order at a fast food drive-thru, but actually the logo on my short-sleeved polo shirt was an emblem of honor because it's the one worn by Walt Disney Imagineers? What's that word? I've never even seen it. Imagineers. What the frick? The artists, writers, and engineers who create theme park fantasies in 1995. I spent a 6-month sabbatical at an Imagineer. It was a highlight of my life, the fulfillment of a childhood dream. That's why I was also wearing the oval Randy name badge given to me when I worked at Disney. I was paying tribute to that life experience and to Walt Disney himself, who famously had said, if you can dream it, you can do it. I thanked the audience for coming, cracked a few jokes, and then I said, okay, I'm just gonna check how many pages this is. Oh my god, this is very short. Such a short book, I can read it to you. In case there's anybody who wandered in and doesn't know the backstory, my dad always taught me that when there's an elephant in the room, introduce it. If you look at my CT scans, there are approximately 10 tumors in my liver, and doctors told me I have 3 to 6 months to live. No, I've good health left. That was a month ago, so you can do the math. I flashed the giant image of the CT scans of my liver onto the screen. The slide was headlined "The Elephant in the Room," and I had helpfully inserted red arrows pointing to each of the individual tumors. I let the slide linger so the audience could follow the arrows and count my tumors. All right, I said, that is what it is. We can't change it. We just have to decide how we'll response respond. We cannot change the cards we are dealt. Just how we play the hand. Just how we play the hand. In that moment, I was definitely feeling healthy and whole. The Randy of old, powered no doubt by adrenaline and the thrill of a full house. I knew I looked pretty healthy too, and that some people might have trouble reconciling. Ugh. Why is it so hard for me to remember words for me? It's just so hard reconciling that with the fact that I was near death. So I addressed it. If I don't seem as depressed or morose as I should be, sorry to disappoint you, I said, and after people laughed, I added, I assure you, I'm not in denial. It's not like I'm not aware of what's going on. My family, my 3 kids, my wife, we just decamped. We bought a lovely house in Virginia, and we're doing that because that's a better place for the family to be down the road. I showed a slide of the new suburban home we just purchased. Above the photo of the house was the heading, I am not in denial. My point, Jay and I had decided to uproot our family, and I had asked her to leave a home she loved and friends who cared about her. We had taken the kids away from their Pittsburgh playmates. We had packed up our lives, throwing ourselves into a tornado of our own making when we could have just cocooned in Pittsburgh, waiting for me to die. And we had made this move because we knew that once I was gone, Jay and the kids would need to live in a place where her extended family could help them and love them. I also wanted the audience to know that I looked good and felt okay, in part because my body had started to recover from the debilitating chemotherapy and radiation my doctors had been giving me. I was now on the easier to endure palliative chemo. I am in I am in phenomenally good health right now, I said. I mean, the greatest thing of cognitive dissonance you will ever see is that I am in really good shape. In fact, I am in better shape than most of you. I moved sideways towards center stage hours earlier. I wasn't sure I'd have the strength to do what I was about to do, but now I felt emboldened and potent. I dropped to the floor and began doing push ups. In the audience's laughter and surprised applause, it was almost as if I could hear everyone collectively exhaling their anxiety. It wasn't just some dying man, it was just me. I could begin. Really achieving your childhood dreams. My childhood dreams being in zero gravity, playing in the NFL, authoring an article in the World Book Encyclopedia, being Captain Kirk, winning stuffed animals, being a Disney Imagineer. A slide from my talk. The parent lottery. Okay, I'm just gonna finish here and I'll be reading it in the next video.